Hey everyone! I'm back today with more My Hero Academia, and I'm so happy to be back because we actually had a teeny tiny little break in between the episodes, so I started to get that drought again. I was like, nah, I can't do that at least for a little while now. Give me my hero. So if you're watching me early today, it means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much for everything you do, for all your support, and as always, I'm sending you those big old hugs right through the screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So I've had a little bit of extra time now to think about the events of the last episode of My Hero, and we had Izuku fighting for the approval of Sir Nighteye so that he can come and do his work study at his agency, or at his agency place of business, whatever whatever you want to call it. I've gotten some really awesome comments about just kind of like explaining, some of the thoughts and feelings and everything behind, Sir Nightaye's actions in that episode. And I gotta say, now that I've had some more time to think about it, I do get both sides, because I get that, like, if you're putting yourself in Sir Nighteye's shoes, there's this all around basically perfect successor for All Might, and then you're kind of like blindsided, and all of a sudden this other person gets it instead, and you don't really know why, and it on paper it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm a feeler through and through, so all I know is, like, in the heat of the moment, when I see someone kind of like downing Izuku and everything, and talking about why, he really shouldn't be in that position, even if there's some, like, valid logic to that. Like, that's why I was initially just like, don't you hurt my boy. Don't you say that. You don't know him. You don't know his heart. But now I can kind of see both sides. So basically where we left it was, Sir Nighteye did take him on, but more or less is kind of a way to be like, I'm going to show you firsthand why, like, you should give up this power and give it to someone who can use it better. That's kind of how I interpreted it. But it was an intense episode. And Izuku's just always awesome to watch. Even when, like, he fails, quote unquote, he always just has such a great reason behind it, like, or some great motivation or resolution behind it. Like, he didn't want to step on the posters, which I was like, oh, he's such a good boy, and he's such a good fanboy as well. Like, fanboys and fangirls and fan people of all backgrounds, ages, whatever, I think can appreciate, like, don't step on the super collectible items, please. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next. We ended off on this little revelation of Eri, who is the girl that we've been, we saw her in the trailer, we've seen her in the end credits and everything, and now we finally got to see a glimpse of her. And all we really know at this point is that she has something to do with Overhaul, and that's about it. I mean, it looked like she was kind of distressed because she was running, but I mean, like, I can't read that much into that situation without more info, so I am really looking forward to seeing what happens next there. I know that's going to be like our big arc of the season, our big story, aside from the work study, but the work study is kind of like wrapping into that because Sir Nighteye's been looking into this whole, you guys know, you've been watching, I don't have to recap it. So really quickly, I will say, as you can see, I am fully decked out in Todoroki gear. I don't think that this episode is going to really have anything to do with Todoroki, but I'm going to call it right now that I will lose my mind if this episode has anything to do with Todoroki and I just happen to, like, be decked out in Todoroki gear. I so seldom am able to really sync things up like that unless someone gives me a heads up. Like, someone was very nice in my comments way back in the summertime to let me know, hey, wear like a red, white, and blue shirt for the big moment with All Might and the United States Smash. But it's so seldom that I can actually, like, foresee anything like that for myself. Like, just happen to sync it up right. Like, oh, I'm wearing this shirt and this episode's all about this person. I'm gonna call it now. I will lose it if this is a Todoroki app. Don't think it is, but I am enjoying my shirt, and as you can see, I made a little slouchy hat to go with it, and I think this is gonna be my go-to hat of the winter. It's very comfy and just nice, all around nice. So all right, without further ado, because I know I have a lot to say at the end. I've already said a lot, so I say let's get started on this very next episode of My Hero Academia Plus Ultra! Let's do this!
今回実際に星を監視するのはサーたちで、俺たちはパトロール。いろいろ教えるよ。ついておいで。オールマイト。お互い。確かに。デクです。デク？いいのそれ？いいんです。俺はルミリオン。すべてとまではいかないが、100万。オール。
So, I will say, I love Le Million. The first thing I thought of was Lemon because of his hair being yellow, but the million thing is really cool also. Daughter, what? That's his daughter?
我々昼までにこの区画を回らないといかんので、行くよ。はい。
Oh, God. Oh, what happened to this poor little girl?
娘さん、怯えてますけど。叱りつけた後なので、余計な勘繰りはよせ。行こう。いや、でも。
Oh, but he's gonna have a really hard time doing that if he thinks he can help her. Oh, Izuku, what are you doing?
こんな小さい子が声も出さず震えて怯えるって普通じゃないと思うんですけど。
Oh, dang.
自分の普通を押し付けないでくださいよ。性格は様々だよね。まとって街に出れば俺たちは。
Oh. What's he gonna do?
この子に何してるんですか?
Oh, the direct approach. Well, dang.
人目につくし、こちらに来てもらえますか?
Well, that doesn't seem shady.
難解ですよ、子供は。自分が何者かになれると。
Oh no.
本気で思ってる。
Something's about to happen. Oh, she knew.
もうダダは済んだのか?
She knew he was gonna do something to them. He's right. That's so tough, because what do you do? Oh! Oh, this poor baby girl.
娘がいます。娘？エリちゃんと呼ばれてました。手足に包帯を巻かれて。何もわからないけど、助けを求めてた。
He can't turn away somebody who needs help.
傲慢な考えをするんじゃない。そんなことをせいては子孫じる。焦って追えばますます逃げる。
I mean, they're playing the long game here. They are.
現在こちらも他事務所とのチームアップを要請中だ。
But I mean, how are you supposed to let a little kid you know is being hurt just go?
分析を重ねた上で万全の準備を整えなければならない。志だけで助けられるほど世の中甘くはない。忙しいヴィランは闇に潜む。時間をかけねばならない時もあると心得る。
They're no one's wrong here.
事務所へ戻っていろ。バブル、行くぞ。はい。
That is tough. These are some heavy questions, you guys. For real, I've got the same feeling just watching. Yay!
仮面講習がスパルタだったみてえだよ。
Oh!
カッサカサうるさい。
Oh.
そんなヒーローがいたかどうか。
He really only thinks of one thing. Bakugo. You'll get there, honey. Oh, oh. Yeah, no crap.
教えてくれないんですか。あなたのファンとしてじゃなくて後継者として全部知りたい。
Well,
この話は君のためにならないと思った。本当に聞きたいのか。
yes, tell
さ
us.
れるよりはいいです。
後悔するなよ。
はい。
ナイト、6年前私の怪我によってコンビは解消した。
Oh.
価値観の違いだった。
無茶だオールマイト。もう引退すべきだ。
みんなが私を探している。
Oh.
待っているなら行かなきゃな。
その体でヒーローを続けてもみんな
4-1がいなくなってもすぐ後釜が現れるぞ。
象徴論はわかる。敬服しているけれどなあ、全然笑えてないじゃないか。
Oh. He's looking out
引
for
退
him.
すべきだ。これ以上ヒーロー活動を続けるなら私はサポートしない。できない。したくない。
Oh.
見たのか。私のことは見なくてもいいって言ったはずだろう。
あなたが引退しても次のナンバーワンは現れる。少しの間荒れるかもしれないが避けられるかもしれないんだ。
He really cares.
間に
このままいけばあなたはヴィランと対峙し言い表せようもないほど世界の死を迎える。
私の未来をめぐり対立。
Oh, so he saw him
そのま
dying.
ま喧嘩別れした。尾形少年を私に勧めたが、
Okay.
彼と出会う前に私は君と出会ってしまった。
That's probably what changed his fate. Maybe? I don't know.
君は
死んじゃ
Oh, wait, he's still going to die?
死。これまで
No!
にも予感はあった。そりゃ人はいつか亡くなるよ。
Oh, no!
本人の口から
にも報告したんだ。けれどそこでも対立し、彼との溝はますます深まる結果となった。
無個性の中学生にワン・フォー・オールを譲渡しただと。
人を助けられる人間になりたがっている。
志だけでは務まらない。ふさわしい人間なら他にいくらでもいるだろう。
だが無個性の中学生だってふさわしい人間だ。
They just see things so
彼
differently.
は真にふさわしいと思う子。
いつの話なんですか。
6、7年後だって。
And that was-
時間に誤差が生じるらしいが、予知で見た光景を変えられたことはないそうだ。
But that was like 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah.
来年じゃないか。
No! 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 No!
嫌だよオールマイト。生きててよ。体育祭で覚えてますか。約束。
Oh my
君が
god.
来たってことを世の中に知らしめてほしい。
僕果たせなかったんだ。約束果たせるまで生きててよ。僕が来たっていうところ生きて見ててよオールマイト。
Oh my god.
緑谷少年、私ね、俺が終わりが見えたのならそこまでひた走ろうって。
No.
オール・フォー・ワンと戦った時、ここがゴールなんだと思ったんだ。
That's what I thought too.
君がいた。君が小心者で無個性だった君が私に応えてくれる日々に、その日々が私に生きろと囁いてくれた。そして君のお母さんに生きて守り育てろとおっしゃっていたね。今更あがく君が変えてくれた。私は生きる。運命などこの腕で好きな戦い。 私は死なないぞ。
Yes!
私は殺されないぞ。
He's got too much important stuff to
には
do.
ならない。ひょっとしたらもうねじ曲がった後なのかもしれない。
That's true!
命が変わったかなんてわからない。あなたに何があっても一緒にねじ曲げます。
Oh! I think he's in good hands.
手を煩わせないよう頑張るよ。
My heart. Oh my god, what a bombshell.
ナイトアイにもう一回余地見てもらえばいい。仲直りして未来が変わった後なのかどうか見てもらいましょう。
Yeah!
それは都合が良すぎるだろうよ。
Oh.
問題ですよ。僕
Yes!
だって少年、ナイトアイの気持ち考えてみて。
Isn't it? Oh my god. Ooh!
殺風景な事務所だな。ごちゃついた例
Oh, that's right.
地下をぐるぐる30分も歩かされた。アリになった気分だ。
先日の電話の件本当なんだろうね。
What
条
do you
件
say?
次第でうちに組みするというのは。
Really? After all that happened? Interesting. Well, that's surprising. I'd be curious to hear Shigaraki's reasoning for that, other than just they'd be stronger together because, yeah, after what happened, I don't know if I'd be so quick to go and, like, partner up with that person. Wow. And I have gotten so many really good comments, too, about how the League of Villains, for being villains, they're still, like, there's this close-knittedness about them that makes them, like, they're villains, and yeah, like, we don't like seeing them go up against our heroes, but they are kind of like a family, and to think that, like, they lost one of their family, and he's still gonna go and, like, maybe... I wonder what the conditions would be, depending on the conditions. Interesting stuff. I'm so glad I stuck around for the after credits now. You guys, that was so good. We have so much to talk about. Oh my god. Let's start from the beginning. Because back when I started watching this series, some of my awesome viewers had told me, like, they're gonna deal with some really heavy themes on this show. And I was just thinking of this morning because of Todoroki. And I think somebody actually specifically mentioned, like, spousal abuse and child abuse. And I kind of assumed we were, because we saw, like, the stuff with Endeavor and everything, and his wife, Todoroki's mom. And I kind of assumed we were already past that. I was, like, literally just thinking of that this morning as I was making the hat. And it looks like we are opening up those themes now. You know, your job, your responsibility is to protect people and protect the public. And it takes on two forms. You have this very suspicious organization that you're playing the long game trying to do an investigation on. And you have a child in front of you that you know is hurting and being hurt. And you're Izuku. And you are all heart. What do? What is the right thing to do in that situation? Because I'll tell you what, I don't feel like either one of them was wrong, Nighteye or Izuku. Because how can you overlook a child being abused, yet this is we know, and they're starting to learn that this is a much, an even more deeply rooted issue that could cause harm to many, many people. What do? And this is why I say, like, when people are like, oh, you watch those little cartoons? It's like, you guys, you have no idea the emotional depths that we can get to with these cartoons. You guys, you know, if you've been watching me a little while, hurting animals and hurting kids, they're big triggers for me. But I like that they're exploring that theme. I think that's, you know, they've built this very complex world, and as hard as it is to talk about things like this, like, I'm glad they're dealing with that. And I think it's a really interesting story, too. It's a fascinating story to, like, you know, put that in front of these, you know, professional heroes. Like, what do you do? Great stuff. I'm still debating, like, is that even his daughter? I guess it is. I don't know. They didn't really indicate otherwise. But I'm really looking forward to seeing more about what's going on there. The Chisaki, I hope I'm saying his name right. I was just calling him Overhaul, but he seems like one very, very bad dude. Like, he just took that one guy out with no hesitation. And it's interesting, some people were kind of filling me in about, like, the differences between I can't remember the name of Overhaul's organization, but them and League of Villains. And we're kind of seeing now, like, that was kind of like one of his underlings, I guess, and he just, like, took him out without hesitation for messing up. And, you know, it is, I think the stakes are a little bit higher maybe in this organization than with the League of Villains, who, you know, for all their stuff, they are a pretty, like, they are almost like, you know, maybe, like, not like the most functional family, but they are kind of like family. Interesting stuff. Looking forward to seeing more about that. The stuff with Nighteye and All Might. So we finally got a little perspective into what in the world is going on there. Makes total sense. No one is wrong here, you guys. I can't say that if I had a friend and a mentor like All Might, that I wouldn't be in the same position saying, like, look, I am not going to stand by while you kill yourself. I know you're going to die. You need to do something different. Like, let me help you. I'll probably do the same thing, you know? No one wants to see their loved one, you know, especially if they know, like, they literally know that they're going to die a terrible death. So now I have a little bit more, like, perspective and sensitivity for Nighteye, which is really cool. Can we talk about this a little bit? Can we talk about All Might dying? Because this whole entire series, I've been like, oh, they're setting up for, like, the classic mentor death thing. And he's made it out every single time. And now they drop this on me like, oh yeah, by the way, boom, All Might's gonna die. See ya. I was just like, you guys, you can't do this to me. So they brought up some interesting points with this. The future could have already changed. Like, my first inclination was, well, if Nighteye saw that there was a suitable successor, and at that time he was seeing that that All Might was going to die, maybe just even taking on Izuku instead of Mirio was enough to, like, you know, trigger the butterfly effect and be like, I mean, I don't know. I think Izuku had a good point. Why don't we go ask him? But I guess it's not that simple when you've been estranged from somebody. But man, so all in one episode we get all these heavy themes, and yet still they somehow managed to sneak in there Mineta just being Mineta. That's what you gotta love about a show like My Hero or lots of different anime that are similar. You can have wacky craziness, and you can have, like, heavy themes of death and abuse all in one episode. You get the whole spectrum when you sign on for anime. You guys, I'm ranting now, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say once I've processed it even more. I just was so blown away by that episode. I'm sure I've given like a 20-minute rant by now, so I'll wrap it up, but thank you so much for joining me. That was epic. Please join me next time. We'll watch it together. I'll try to keep my composure and not have my face running like a wax candle. No promises though. Please join me next time, guys. Bye for now.